Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. Welcome to this series of videos in which we are showing you how you can make a simplified dashboard using a front end and back end. On the front end, we have Microsoft Excel worksheet, this interface sheet, and you have a file which has other supporting sheets in it. These are all on the front end. And on the back end, we have what we have a Microsoft Access database, uh, which is containing two main tables. Let me show you on the screen. So that is our backend database, right? So Microsoft Access has got these two tables and a query as well. These two tables. One is the users, which is one liner. So they will have only one row for one user, containing all the necessary information which are used in the setup of an account. And on the master, it's a transaction table in which you pass on your day-to-day transactions for any user. So user ID is the key which is common between this table and the user table, and the rest are the transactions that what is the due date, and if it is due, then the due field is marked as ticked on, right? And if it is performed, it is marked as ticked, and if the performed is unticked, so that means that has yet to be performed. So that causing the ODU, right? Mm. So these all are ODUs for different users, right? So this is the backend picture of this, and the front end you will get the reports and uh, day-to-day activity interface. For example, we have this user. This user just suppose that has sent us an email that he has performed activity for the 6th of September. So, and 5 days, he has cleared the backlog for 5 days, right? So when we click go, so this is the breakpoint. Let's remove all the breakpoints so that uh, clear all the breakpoints and run it, right? Okay, so what does it do? That it gives you a question that ready to add 6 records for the 6th of September. It is ready to add the activity, the 5 days overdue clearance activity, right? So you say yes, then you will have a 5 days, which 5 due dates have been marked as performed, and with the date stamp of this 6th of September. So this is what it has done. Sorry, let me get back to the sheet here. So this is what it has performed. The figures are updated, and you have 6th of September. You have entered the 5 days clearance of backlog for this user, right? So since we are doing this, it is also essential that we do something so that we make sure that our data is consistent. There are no gaps. There are certain things which we can validate it. We can use to validate that all the data is valid. No corruption in the database. Otherwise, our reports will be garbage in, garbage out base. It will lose the credibility. So there are two ways of validation. One is the manual. We do the manual thing. You will see how much efforts it takes to validate one user. And then we will show you how system automatically does it without letting you know that it is doing that. And it will only inform you when there is some inconsistency. So that is the power of the dashboard, that it is not only just following your instructions, but it is using an automatic intelligence uh, uh, to figure out that if there is any gap, some inconsistency in the data, then it should alarm you. It should flicker you. It should tell you that there is some problem, obviously, that are not matching. The figures are not matching or something like that. Okay. So let's start with this user. This is the highest user which have the highest overdues or highest dues and this one, right? So what we do here, that how do we see that uh, how do we validate all these things, whether these things are okay, are matched, and the data is consistent or not, right? The first thing we do is, before doing anything, let's divide this by 6 so that we get a figure, right? Because we have the mandate of 6, right? F2, and we say Control Enter. Right. So can we see this thing in our table? Let's go back. to the access and see. And we filter, we remove all these things and we only focus on this. Okay, what does it tell us? What are this? 18028. 18028. You see, 18028 is the due. It is the due. Means a due quantity is telling with what is reflected in the database. 18028, right? Okay. And now if we remove all the yeses and get it to the no, so that should be our backlog. 6950. Do we have any figure? 6950. Yes, that is overdue, right? And how would we see the 11078? Let's go to there. Okay, if we remove the no from it and keep the yes on here, so this is 11078 days. The performance has been marked, right? 11078, 11078. Yeah, these are the days. So out of means total number of days were 18,000. Out of 11 have been performed, and 6 or 7, almost 7,000 is overdue on our part, right? So this is an apparent validation, which and how long it took for us to validate it, right? So computer would do it very faster way and authentic way, and there will be more things, not just these three figures. There can be one more thing to ensure is that is more time consuming. What is that? For this, we open a new sheet. We open a new sheet. To open a new sheet, we said Control N, right? We get into the new sheet. Okay. Now this is all what I'm telling you is the validation. It's validation, right? And what we do, we say it is let's screens freeze so that we have the top row shown always, right? Okay. So this is the screen. And here what we are going to bring, we are going to bring from the master table everything. So removing all these, yeah, you see, you can say clear all, clear this filter as well. And we can use this because it makes sure that your due date is sorted for Amjad, right? This is much better way. Okay, so due dates are for and these are 18028. That's right. And there are certain these all are performed. These all are being performed, and 18028. Right. Okay. So we copy this. We copy this entire thing. Let's remove this erroneous cell. This is we need only this thing, or even we need only this one. These two columns we are interested, and these are sorted in the due date, right? Let's make sure that what we are thinking is exactly, yes, order by due date, master due date. That's right. Okay. So what we do here is we run it and we select these two columns and we copy it, say Control C. See Control C in here. And what we do, the next thing is that we go to the Excel sheet which we have created. This is book 2. And here we do the paste, not the ordinary paste. We will do a paste spatial, and this is the text, right? So this is the text which we have pasted, right? Okay. So this is text, right? Now, the purpose of all doing this all is what is to make sure that it is sequential or not, right? It's sequential or not, right? So first of all, let's convert this date into the, this is already converted, you can say. Yeah, this is a date, right? This is for sure a date. So what we say that if, now you say equal to, if, or forget about if, right? But we said this, we go to the extremely bottom cell. This is the cell. This minus this. Okay. So this 18,029 minus B2, right? And plus 1. So this is the formula which makes sure that what are the actual quantity of the days, means the last date minus first date plus 1. So that tells you how many days are there, 18,028. That's right. Okay. So 18,028, and this is what we are having here. Right? Now we had it this equal to this divided by 6. Yeah, 18,028. Okay. The first thing is that. The next is we want to make sure that there is no gaps, because each due date has to be not more than with the distance of not more than 1 day. The difference between these two should be equal to 1, right? So if we say this minus, so this, so what is it? It is 1. So we want to check. Let's check it. Make it logical, equal to 1. So that will give you true. Anything which is false, then that would be the area where we have to look, right? So let's filter all this, and we find out auto filter here. Is there any false in here? Is there any false in here? There's no false, right? Had there been any gap, so it would have flickered you that there is a problem in the, there is rather inconsistency of the data if there is any false appearing in here. So that's long procedure has to be done for every user, and that would cause a lot of time if done by manually by a human being. So let's why not use the computer and make it a procedure for him that each time a user report is being created, first validate. So computer will do first of all these consistency check, and if there is any consistency, like for example, if you say it is false, just suppose we force it is false, then you will have a false appearing in here, right? So that is the problem, and you will see what happened with this. What happened to this? And you will say, oh, this is a manual thing, manual corruption, a manual inconsistency, maybe a typing mistake or any other thing, right? So that's it. Is to be checked, and alert to be generated to do the thorough check for this. Okay, so we have to automate all these things. So that would create kind of credibility. That would give a feature, a credibility that will improve the credibility of the system and the dashboard, the reports, because we have added self rectification, self validation procedures for the dashboard to perform it automatically each time a user is being queried, right? So these are the things, although very time consuming, but we will learn a lot in this exercise, that when we want to make computer to do this, how would we do this? Yeah. I'm not telling that what we are doing, this is the only way of doing it. We are actually jointly exploring how we can make the best use of computer, and what are the ways which there may be some more ways, better ways than doing this. But since we are targeting certain theoretical concepts which are to be shared with our viewers, so we are doing this, and it's a mutual learning, and it will benefit all of us. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching.